Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is Nicole with Made from Scrap, and today I'm going to go through this cute little folio that I made using the Once Upon a Christmas paper collection available from Country Craft Creations. This is from the 12 by 12 paper collection. And I used some seam binding as well as a sheet of My Colors cardstock. So I've layered it up on the My Colors cardstock, and then I have the seam binding. So this is the front. And then here's the side, here's the back, and I'm going to open it up. And I have a corner pocket here on this side. I just wanted to highlight these beautiful orange slices. And then I have stuck in the pocket here a little spot for some photos. And then on this right hand side, I have a moving waterfall. Just like that, with a couple of die cuts. I'll open this up to the left, and you'll see that I have another flip right here. This beautiful paper. And I have a pocket on the back of the folio on this left-hand side. And then on this right-hand side, this also flips open. And then I have another pocket here. So now you can see that full sheet of the 12 by 12 paper almost with that beautiful train image. And then on this right hand side, I have a pull out right there. And it's just a quick little folio to make. So then this go like that, and it just closes up just like so, and that's it. And we'll do a quick little tutorial on this. Okay, so with our two first pieces, which are going to be the cover of the little folio, you're going to have your 1/4 inch gusset on the left, on your left, and then the 1/8 of an inch gusset on the right. And what we're going to do is just go ahead and place some glue on that 1/2 inch strip, and we're going to overlap those two 1/2 inch pieces. Now just make sure that you abut, just like normal, you abut the pieces up to the folded score line, but not over top of them. You just want to give that a good burnish. Okay. Once you have that, you have your base already put together. So that is your base of your folio. Next, you're going to have your corner, what will be your corner pocket. And this is the one where you put a notch at 2 inches from the left top, and then from 3 inches from the right here. So we're going to cut this piece off. So I'm just going to place this in my cutter with those 2 notches right in the groove of my cutting line. Or if you have a wire, you can use that as a gauge. And then I'm just going to cut that off just like that. Next thing I'm going to do is use my scissors, and I like to cut out this bottom corner, 2 1/2 inch score lines. So I'm going to tuck my left side around, and then I'm going to tuck my bottom up. I'm going to go ahead and place a little glue there and give that a quick pinch so I can make sure to burnish that well. I'm going to bring back my folio in real quick, and making sure that I don't overlap my 1/4 inch gusset, I'm going to go ahead and place this right here. So basically I've got my gusset folded underneath, and I'm going to line this right to the corner just like so. So let me go ahead and glue this just like so. And I'll I'll place that down just like that. Okay. All right. Now I'm going to go ahead and open that up. And I have my next piece that I have the single 1/2 inch fold. So this is going to be the flap. I'm going to go ahead and place glue on that and tuck this flap under. And then I'm going to go ahead and center this right on the left-hand side, just eyeballing it. Right up against the edge. There. And I will burnish that. Open it up and burnish it again. That's that. Next, I'm going to have my 2 small pockets. I'm going to go ahead and cut out the corners of each of those pockets. So I have 4 pieces to cut out because I have 2 of these. Just like that. Okay. And now I'm going to tuck around my side pieces and then pull my bottom up. Go ahead and place a little glue on the bottoms of those sides and pinch that down. Okay. And then this should be sized to be able to center in between the 2 gussets. You don't want your pocket to be in the way of any of those fold lines. So I'm going to place this down at the bottom, centered between those 2 inside score lines. So that I can bend these up and that pocket is not in the way. I'm going to do exactly the same thing here on this next one. So. Place glue on the back side of my pocket on these 1/2 inch hinges. And then again, center this in between the score lines. And place it flush to the bottom. Like that. Okay. Next, I'm going to have this side pocket that will go right here. So I'm going to cut out these corner pieces. Just like that. And same thing, I'm going to fold in my sides and then fold up the bottom. Place a little bit of glue there. And fold this bottom up. Burnish. Just like that. You can do a little dry fit, but make sure that you don't go on the gusset. So again, we're going to place some glue here on the back side of this 1/2 inch flap. And then we'll burnish it down. Now on the other folio that I made, I went ahead and did a little punch here. So if you want to do that, you can do that. Let me see, before I glue that down, I think what I'm going to do on this one is go ahead and, should be 6.5 inches. So half of that would be 3¼ inches. I'm going to use my envelope punch board and just place that right in the middle for a little thumb hole. That one. So just using some of the stuff that I have in my craft space. Envelope punch board is a great tool to use. And I will go ahead and burnish that down. We are nearly done. So I'm going to go ahead and fold that in so I can get some working space. And the next thing I'm going to play around with is this little pull thing. So I'm going to go ahead and I've burnished these really well. And I'm going to go ahead and glue these down on each of those fold lines. Okay, so I'm going to start with this first 1/4 inch gusset. I'm going to go ahead and place this down. Make sure that you don't go over that score line. And then make sure that you are flush with either side as well, so that you're straight. Okay, closer here so maybe you can see a little bit better as to what I'm doing. So I'm going to place a little bit of glue here in between this 1/4 inch gusset. I'm going to take one of my pieces and I'm going to place this down just so I'm right up against that score line, but not over it. Give that a good pressing. Keep going. Do it again. There. And then one more time. We should have 1/4 inch gusset left. Pull you back up, sorry not to make you dizzy here. Okay, so we're going to have this in the open position, and we're going to make sure to align this center of our page, but with the bottom flush with the bottom of the page. But we're not going to glue this down. We're going to use this little 1/2 inch strip, and the first thing that we're going to do is go ahead and wrap this around, and we don't want it to be too tight. So that's why the instructions had said make sure that you do a little bit less than 1/2 inch and a little bit more than 5 3/4. So we want to just quickly stretch that measurement just so we have some space there, and I am just folding it back on itself, giving it a little bit more room there. You can go ahead and do another score if you like right next to that, maybe 1/8 inch off on each. But the point is we want this to be able to slide. And it's not the paper that is going to be it's this first page that is going to be sliding back and forth. So we're going to have these two ends, going to have those together, and then this piece wraps around it like so. Okay. What I want to make sure to do is that when this piece is all the way open, I want this to be located up high enough so that it never slides out. Okay, so I know this is hard to see. Let me move this out of the way for a second. So again, we're going to take this piece that we have all of the flaps on. We're going to open it up, okay, and then we're going to fold down this portion right here. We're going to tuck this 1 inch strip underneath, just like so, and we're going to glue these tabs down so that it is about halfway on this top portion. Not tight, just glue it there. So then what happens once you do that, this bottom piece will be able to be pushed up and close your little waterfall. Okay, so now what we're going to do is when you flip it over, that 1 inch piece is going to get some glue on it, just that 1 inch piece. And you're going to flip it back over, and we're going to center this. Now make sure that you do not glue on your 1/8 inch gusset. We want to line this up with the bottom, and we're going to center it from left to right. And if you want to place some paper underneath, you might want to do that first, some pretty paper underneath. If not, you can just place that there. And then once you have pressed that 1/2 inch or that 1 inch strip, you'll be able then to pull this bottom piece and have it slide just like that. Okay. So lift these up one at a time, just like that, and you can burnish this down. You can slide that back up, and voila, it's closed. last thing we have to do is go ahead and put our closure on. So we're going to use some seam binding again here. And then on the back. And that's it. And you have your folio with a little corner pocket, the flap right here, a pocket right there, this working waterfall on the right hand side. Open it up, you have another pocket here, and then you have another pocket there. Make sure you use your scraps for any of your inserts that you want. And I hope you've enjoyed this little project, and I hope to see yours soon. Tag me on it. If you like these types of projects, go ahead and leave me a comment below in the section and check out all of the wonderful paper collections that are available at Country Craft Creations. I hope you've enjoyed yourself, and until next time everyone, happy crafting you all. Bye.